We all have our own version of hell. Hi, welcome to day 50 of my quarantine. Don't mind the edgy face mask and sunglasses, I joined a gang. I'm getting so fucking close, I'm gonna frickin' lose it. I'm losing my fucking mind. You know, alcoholism was kind of like a joke me and my friends would have before, but at this rate, it's kind of becoming a reality. And that's not the worst thing that's really happening to us right now. I'm so fucking glad that this is my last semester of college. I'm done in like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm fucking finished and I'm done forever. I can't even imagine having to go through this and like, what is the fall semester even gonna be, right? They're gonna do it online? Are you really gonna pay like whatever the fucking too much amount of money to do that? Hell fucking no. I will say though, it's been very difficult to will myself or even to remember to do any of my assignments, which my professors are for some reason still giving me, because I was just like sitting around at noon with like a latte, because that's when I get up that's my morning, that's when I get up. I was like doing that, and I was like playing Animal Crossing, looking like a fucking inchworm, and I get an email notification, and it just says, gerontology assignment, 0%. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Things are not Gucci, my man. There are many things that I want to rant about for several hours, but there's just one thing that I think, it's like an injustice that I'm seeing in the world, that, and like an unspoken truth, an inconvenient truth. Have you seen that movie? I haven't, but I have discovered one. Running is a kink. Think about that. Running, jogging, kink. And you should all be ashamed. And so should I. I will say this. I love jogging. I do that. I try to every other day. It's kind of the only thing that I'm doing to myself that's positive. Everything else is negative. In every conceivable way. However, jogging, it's good for my heart, my lungs, which I'm gonna need in bountiful strength, because apparently all of California, like 56% of California is gonna get COVID-19, which, that shit sucks. It's the only form of like workout any muscle in my body gets, because I refuse to go to the gym for years on end, despite it being an opportunity at my school. And I mean, I guess I'm not gonna start now, so all the more reason to procrastinate on that part. But you know, I can kinda like, time is becoming liquid, and jogging, I'm like, okay, we are advancing days if I'm on this trail and going like this. You know, I think we're all thinking it. We know that this is the truth. And yet nobody will talk about it, but I will. Me. Let me break down the slippery slope of delving into the jogging kink. So here's how it begins. You see other people doing it or you hear about it, and you're like, that is disgusting. Like, you have a visceral reaction. Like, it disgusts you. You're not totally sure why, but, you know, it disgusts you. And on top of that, you know, it's like a whole joke. Like, haha, I'd rather be, you know, haha, I'm sitting on the couch eating a slice of pizza. Haha, I'm so quirky and relatable.
I mean, I was jogging. I hate jogging.
Jogging's amazing.
Jogging is the worst, Chris. I mean, I know it keeps you healthy, but God, at what cost?
I will say this. I hated running most of my life. You could still say I do. When I was a child, running was like the last thing I ever wanted to do in PE. Like, I just remember feeling like my lungs were on the verge of some kind of rupture, and my heart was like on the verge of just collapse. My lungs would pop and my heart would collapse in on itself. That's kind of what running was for me for the first like 18 or so years of my life. You could say 19 years of my life. That is all cardio was. Oh my God, I remember freshman year of college, I took this nutrition class, like nutrition and like exercise class, because I was like, wow, I hate my body and everything about myself. I should probably do something about that. And that filled in it filled in a GE requirement. So I was like, fuck it. I remember I did not take that class seriously. I lied about basically everything. And like every run, I somehow forgot about that day was a run day. And it wasn't a long run either. It was like a mile. It was like a mile run. But I would always forget, and I would always eat something completely garbage before. Like at least twice I had like fried chicken because they were serving it at the dining hall because I ate there regularly for some reason. They had fried chicken and I would just eat fried chicken and then try and go on a run and then not act like I didn't just commit some kind of like violation of the Geneva Conventions. I know how personal fitness works. Either way, you see jogging, you hear about jogging, you're disgusted, but secretly you're a little intrigued. You know, can I do this? Would I enjoy this? Can I will myself to do it? Like it's like kind of like a personal like, ooh. This might be stimulating, because we all know that we need some kind of like, some excitement in our lives, because God, this is monotonous and everything sucks. It's fun to joke about people who go jog, you know, easy but at the stick, it's punching up really, so you can do it, and it's reinforcing that mindset that this is a disgusting activity that you should find no pleasure in. But you know, you're a little curious, maybe something piques your interest, maybe you're trying to make a change for yourself, something positive, do something for yourself. You know, maybe it's like, ooh, you know, I have a pair of shorts and I have a shitty pair of shorts and a white t-shirt. I can give this a go. I could do this shit. So you go for it. It's like, you know, it's not really your thing, but you know, you try again because you know you're trying to do something for yourself. You're trying to give yourself something. You know, you go again, and you know. And then you keep going, you keep doing it, and then, and bam, next thing you know, you're buying specific equipment, you can't go more than 4 days without it, and you feel like shit without it. Like, it becomes part of you. This is my on day for jogging. I should be jogging, but unfortunately, all my clothes are completely dirty. Like, this is the last outfit I possess. And, the cat's pissed on all my laundry, which isn't good. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I have no motivation to do anything. Like, the laundry's just been sitting there for 2 or 3 weeks, and I've just done nothing. And now I'm just at the end of my ropes, and I have to sanitize everything because the cat's pissed on all of it. Because it was just sitting there, and they're like, wow, what a comfortable place to urinate where it doesn't smell like feces. The sanitize mode on the washing machine is horrible for your clothes. If you can avoid it, do not use it. It's bad for energy, it's bad for water, but unfortunately, I can't avoid it in this instance because the cat's pissed on everything I possess. And you know what? I deserve it. Before we go any further, I need to talk about something that happened to me recently while I was jogging. See, it connects. I was like at the end, this was like, I could say a couple days ago, I could say a few weeks ago. I don't know, because time doesn't exist anymore. I was on this jog, and I was like at the end of my jog, so I was like red and sweaty and feeling a certain type of way, like you should with all the kinks that you do. And I was like going up a hill, and at the same time, this guy, he was in like all black, he had a black backpack, he had a fucking mask on, not like a normal mask, bandit mask, like the old-timey, the handkerchief, no, I don't know words. I'm illiterate. Either way, he had that and he had sunglasses on. He had a black beanie on. It was like 70 degrees. And he had this like ratty ass blonde hair, like, I mean, kind of like mine, but it's this ratty shit. And he was like, he was biking down this hill. And I was jogging and I was going up this hill. And then we're about to cross paths. Like I'm about to be hit by an oncoming bicyclist. So like a good pedestrian, I get off into the side and I start jogging up the street and he's coming at me. And like, I'm like looking at him as he's like approaching me, fast approaching me. And I'm just like, this man kind of looks like a white supremacist. You know the look, it's the all black, covering the face, those very specific type of sunglasses. It's like the white supremacist version of that kid that always wears cargo shorts, a shirt with wolves on it. Those specific kind of like regular glasses and shoes, and they probably will say something about video games or something misogynistic or something. It's like that for white supremacists. Like he was dressed like one. And I was like mildly stunned as I was going up this hill and he was like biking down. And our eyes meet. There's contact established. Our eyes meet. He's biking down this hill. He sees me. Here's where it gets a little tricky. He sees me and like we're like, it's fast. Like this shit was in slow motion for me. I was basically in the Matrix fighting off Agent Scully, I don't know his name. And he's like approaching me. Bam, contact, full eye contact. I see him. I'm still processing what he's wearing, you know? I'm trying to like clock the fit and and he's like approaching me. I forgot to mention, he's also wearing black gloves. Which is a sign that things are wrong, you know? Locking eyes. And he goes like this. And if you don't know basic dog whistling, this is low-key like a bit of an antiquated white power symbol. Like it's been around for a hot second. Either way, white power. Do not take that out of context. He gives me one of these. I'm still like processing exactly what I'm looking at here. It looks like something out of Huntington Beach. And, Orange County, side note, we need to throw Huntington Beach, just Orange County in general, into the fucking ravine. It just needs to go. We just need to part ways with it. We need to like drill down and like break off that hunk and just have it drift off into the Pacific. It can go fuck up Hawaii or something, I don't give a shit. Maybe they'll catch some of the more welcoming vibes of Hawaii and then just fuck off. Back to the white power symbol. He's like coming at me, and he throws this up. I'm reeling. My brain is lighting up. There's one corner of my mind that's like, is this a white supremacist coming at me in my wonderful hometown of Bangladesh? And then another part of me that's like, maybe he's just giving me kudos for keeping a good social distance, because I just jumped off into the other. I jumped into the street and I was running, and he throws one of these up, and like. The part that's like trying to decipher the possible white supremacy and is like, it's all being shoved into one place. Like, this side of my brain is lighting up with activity. That leaves this whole other area for just basic essentials like breathing, moving forward, and basic human interaction. And that side is like, maybe he's just giving me kudos. So as we pass each other, he throws up his. And then like, I'm like frozen like a deer, but I'm still moving, so it's a bit of a mute point. I go like this. And then he gives me like a little nod, and then he goes on his way. I've never seen the man again, and I hope I never do. Because what might have just happened, I might have just offered myself up to be, you know, in the club, in the clan, if you will, of a white supremacist. Do I want to identify with white supremacists? No. Did I inadvertently do that? There's a possibility. You know what? I promise you, next time I see a potential white supremacist, I will not give the sign of I'm with you. I'm gonna give the sign of get ready to fight, bitch. And then I'm gonna do something that'll make a bunch of like 45-year-old men on Twitter very angry. The ones who wear the same kind of sunglasses and have metal balls on their pickup trucks. I want to enrage those people. And I think I can do it. I really hope the American Empire is just straight up collapsing before our eyes. That'd be pretty fucking sick. You know, that'd be pretty cool. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Running is a kink. And I might have accidentally said a how do you do to a white supremacist. I hope I didn't. You know, I kind of get it. Like, I feel cool. You know, I'm badass. You know, I have a skull on my face, which means that I'm ready to die at any point. Which, I mean, I've always felt, but now I just can outwardly express that. The sunglasses conceal my identity, so I can commit heinous acts and I'll get away with it very easily. I mean, I'm white, but this also helps. There's a lot going on right now.